The recommended writing style and content for the Common App essay is you definitely want to be clear and to the point. You want to flesh out anecdotes and details about you personally that may not be included in the rest of the application, or you may want to tie in themes or ideas that are throughout your application. So if you really want to communicate that you have a high interest in helping people or working with underprivileged populations, or you have a high interest in specific social issues, or you really have a lot of activities that you feel like have well prepared you for your major of study or the career that you want to be in, you want an opportunity in your answer to be able to articulate how all of that goes together. It definitely needs to be, again, clear and to the point. So be careful of trying to be too flowery or creative in your responses. You want it to sound as if you were in an interview type format with them. So as if somebody was interviewing you, you're not going to have a language that sounds essay-like, such as furthermore or really high-level vocabulary if you don't regularly use that in your speech when you talk to somebody.
So there's lots of tips and tricks for personal insight questions on your UC application. One of them is making sure that when you are writing it, it sounds as if you are talking to the person that might be asking you the question. They kind of want to hear like who you are as a person and your voice through your writing. So acting as if you're talking out loud will definitely help. Making sure you're not setting the scene, saying like on a beautiful day in Elk Grove, California. They don't really care what the weather's like. Also making sure that you aren't using any famous quotations. They don't really want to know what famous people said. They want to know about you. Making sure that you're not talking necessarily about other people. So if there was someone that might have been influential in your life, making sure that you are saying a little bit about them, but then really how has that person influenced you and changed you as a person. They also want to make sure that there's, minimal to no grammatical errors. People who are reading your application understand that you guys are high school students. You're not going to have some scholarly writing that could be famous or anything like that. So making sure that, you really show who you are as a person through the writing. I would highly recommend having at least 2 adults review your personal insight questions to give you any feedback if necessary. And then making sure that you answer the questions that fit you. So there are 8 questions to choose from. One question is not weighed heavier than the other when they're reviewing your application. So it's important to really make sure that you're answering the question that best fits you. A big word that they kept referring to at the past UC conference was context. So making sure that for every question, there's context to that question that fits what you are trying to explain. Again, if you have any questions, please make sure that you talk with your school counselor. We go to the UC conferences most years, and every year they kind of give us some new tips and tricks.